Welcome back to Business Catalyst Consulting. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Jamie. 2018 flew by fast.
Extremely fast. I can't believe that we're at the end of December. We're reflecting on our first full year in business. But it went by really fast.
I mean, what did we do this year? So we hired and fired and then hired an employee, which is very exciting learning experience. So,
what we thought was going to be slower in our business, we picked up, which was exciting.
Very exciting.
At the end of the year, we have this nice push and momentum going forward into 2019. So I think that puts us in a really good spot mentally of where we want to go in 2019 with BCC.
And I think we really figured out who BCC is this year. So when we first started, we had clients before we actually had a business, so we just threw a whole bunch of shit together and we're like, okay, like we're doing this, like we need forms, we need a website, we need all this stuff. And then I think we took some time this year to kind of really reflect on who we are and what we want to be doing and what message we want to be sending to clients and potential clients. So we rebranded this year, which was really awesome. Now we really feel like we know who we are and kind of the place that we sit in and we stay in our lane. So.
Yeah, 2018 was about learning what lane you need to stay in. But also ensuring that we serve our clients the best, and by really honing in on what we want to do allows us to identify what we're really good at as well. And so knowing that, we can serve our clients in the best possible way. So I don't necessarily have a certain method that I use, but a couple of things that I ensure is that they're goals that are going to motivate me. I think sometimes in the past I've written goals, but don't really have an interest in them. I feel like it's something I need to do, not what I want to do, so I'm not motivated to actually accomplish them. But along with that, I may be a little bit of the SMART goal method, but I ensure that they're measurable. I always have to have a number in mind or something that I can measure it against. That's just kind of how my brain works. So it's important that
Her brain's a big old spreadsheet.
Yes. There's a lot of spreadsheets in my life, but that they're measurable. So not any like particular method, but they have to motivate me and they have to be measurable.
I think for me, I don't necessarily have a cool method that I use, but I was really challenged this year to stand in certainty, and that's something that I'm going to continue to do and continue to kind of take into 2019, 2020. And the whole idea behind that is to visualize who you want to become, or whatever your goals are, visualize it, and stand in that certainty. Kind of like fake it till you make it. Act like you're already there and visualize what your life would be like. I also like to communicate those to other people because I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. And if I tell someone that I'm going to achieve something, I don't want to let them down. So if I can communicate it to somebody, it serves as a little bit of accountability, but it's also just, I don't want to be an a-hole and not live up to my word. So, and I don't want someone to call me out on it. That's the worst.
Okay, so I have quite a few goals, but I think the ones that are probably appropriate to talk on our YouTube channel, I better limit it. So one of the things for my personal goals is to always have a growth mindset. I felt like 2018 I had a lot of reflection in my personal and my professional life, and things that I've done that maybe I would do differently, how I would approach situations, and I'm constantly having conversations in my own mind, in my own head. In fact, I got a Christmas present about that, by the way. But I need to ensure that that is always a positive conversation and have a positive attitude, which will help me achieve what my overall goals are. So it's really to have a growth mindset. And the way that I'm going to be able to measure that, because it's important, is that I'm going to journal it once a week. I have a lot of things going on in my head, like I said, and I feel like they need to be put on paper. And so if I can channel it into positivity in a journal, then I can reference back to it and make sure that I'm holding myself accountable and having a positive mindset. Second thing is running. I feel like I've kind of taken a 2-year break on running, and I have like a foot injury and some other things. And anyways, it's important to me when I run. It really gets me in a great headspace, and so I have set up the year that I'm going to do the HB half marathon. I'm going to do the Nashville half marathon. I am going to do the OC and then Long Beach, and if everything permits and I'm not necessarily pregnant yet with a baby, then I'll do a half Ironman in November.
Yeah.
Know that I can accomplish a half marathon and I'm running and I feel healthy. I have this confidence that comes on everything I do, and I think that that's important. It kind of piggybacks with having a growth mindset and having a positive attitude. And then the last thing is to have gratitude. I think that life, as we think it, has a certain plan laid out for us, and sometimes that doesn't always come to fruition. So I need to have gratitude for where I am in my life right now and know that this is the path that I'm meant to be on. So that just goes back to having a growth mindset. And then the last thing is I have about 6 to 8 books that I've read about halfway through, and got a Kindle last year for Christmas, and haven't used it. And I know that sometimes our goals need to be about making other people happy. It would make my husband really happy if I used the Kindle that he bought me. So I have to finish the 6 to 8 books that I have, because I cannot buy another one unless it's on the Kindle. So those are my goals.
And I think with the marathons, don't you get like a really cool big medal?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
When you do it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Maybe we should do it too.
I just want the medal. Okay, so for my goals, I think the number one goal I have is that I want this year to be free of judgment. I want it to be free of judgment, and I want it to be the year of happiness. So I want it to be a year of focusing on happiness and not necessarily fixing. I think it's a good mindset to be in, and it's really important. It's kind of about accepting your flaws, or your weaknesses, and seeing them for what they are, but choosing to kind of focus and hone in on your strengths. I think when you do that, then your flaws get smaller and smaller, and your strengths get bigger and bigger. The other thing that I want to focus on is learning. And I saw a quote or an article that was talking about something Bill Gates had said, and Barack Obama, when he was in office, he spent an hour every day reading, and I thought, well, shit, if he can do it, then I can do it. And I think learning is really important, and especially in this industry, everything's changing all the time, and you have to constantly be watching and paying attention to what's going on in order to give your clients the best possible experience that you can give them, and that's really important to us. So I think taking an hour every day and learning something, reading an article, reading a book, that's going to be really important to me. I'm like far too behind on Netflix or Game of Thrones to catch up, so I might as well just learn something new.
Out the window.
Yeah, might as well just learn something new instead.
Well, we've always had a goal to kind of dominate the world. Mm-hmm. That's never gone away. So we'll continue that goal in 2019.
Getting close, folks.
Yeah.
Getting close.
Just wait. We're taking over.
But we think it's really, really important for businesses to set goals. You need to have something that you're working towards. It's a great motivational tool for your employees. And we have kind of 2 sets of goals. We have the financial goals within that just D and I know about. We don't always share those with everybody, and we're not going to share them with you. But then we also have like bigger aspirational goals. Like, what do we want the company culture to be like? What do we want it to be like working here? What's the experience for our clients? What's the experience for our employee? So those are the kinds of things that we try to focus on. Do you want to talk about a couple of them, or should we keep them all?
Yeah, we can share just a little. So one of the things that we know that when we talk about overall business growth, we know that in order to get to the next level where we want to internally within our company, that we are going to have to expand our human capital. We're going to have to hire, which is super exciting. I mean, it's really exciting, and to bring on somebody and give them an opportunity, and to kind of go on this journey with us is exciting. So that's one of the things is we want to be able to hire a couple individuals within 2019 that help us grow our business to the next level.
Mm-hmm. And I think we also, one of the other things that we want to do is kind of expand our reach a little bit. The clients that we do have now, it's pretty common for them to come to us for one small thing and then end up retaining us for a number of different things once they realize how amazing we are. So I think for us, and we have a lot of referral clients, which, you know, internally, just between her and I, like, that's amazing. I think if you can have a heavy referral business, that says a lot about what you're doing, the quality of the work, quality of communication. So for us, that's a huge win. But I do think that it kind of begs the question, like, how are we going to reach outside of our circle and bring in new clients that haven't heard of us before? So one of them obviously is the YouTube channel. We have a couple other ideas, but I think we'd really like to double our clients in 2019. We don't want to, actually, we're going to do it. So that's exciting. That's going to be a lot of new work, a lot of new processes. I mean, every time we add a new client in, I feel like we add another skill, to our books. Find a lot of holes. So it's always a great learning experience. But by now, I mean, there's not a lot of shit that we can't handle that we haven't already gone through. So
we are thinking that the next channel, digital channel that we're going to use to kind of expand our business is TED Talk. So we obviously need to prepare for that.
Call us.
Yeah. Yeah. On stage.
Yeah.
Tag team back again.
Yeah. Or maybe her. Just only.
No.
We'll see.
We do this. We do everything together.
For help with your 2019 goal planning and execution, you can always give us a call. We love being part of your story, and we would love to be part of your success as well.
If you like what you are seeing today, please click the subscribe button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be sharing how we're doing with our 2019 goals, as well as some videos on some different business topics, as QuickBooks, brand evolution, and all that good fun stuff.
SEO, web building.
You, so excited.